In this video, we're going to be testing out the TLYARD Frunk MOLLE Panels. And I also did a review on TLYARD's rear vault MOLLE panels. They've been great so far. They're very solid, very sturdy, and they're also a fraction of the price compared to the ones that Tesla sells. So if you haven't checked them out yet, I highly recommend those. The Frunk MOLLE panels are a perfect place to maximize storage on your Cybertruck because it's up and out of the way and you can still use the front trunk. And I also want to let you know that TLYARD did reach out to me asking me if I wanted to review their Frunk MOLLE panels, and I said yes. They're not paying me to do this review, they just simply sent them out to me so I could show you guys. So I'm going to go through the full installation of the Frunk MOLLE panels. We're going to see how they fit, how they feel, and by the end of this video, you'll know whether or not these MOLLE panels are right for you. So let's get started. All right, so let's see what you get inside the box here. Here we get our instructions. Here is one of the MOLLE panels. Wow, and this is made of a solid metal. Yeah, nice and solid. I'm trying to bend it right now, and it's not flexing really at all. So you need to be very careful of some of the MOLLE panels out there because some of these panels are actually made of a cheap plastic, whereas these are a nice solid metal. So that's one panel. We've got all of our screws and mounts on this side. We also get some rubber gaskets that are going to go around the edge. That's another panel there. So we get a couple of these rubbery edge protectors. Here is our other panel. We also get a couple more of these rubber edges, and it looks like it's already got one installed on the edge here. This rubbery material, so it keeps it from getting all scratched up. And then, like I said, we'd have all of our screws. It also comes with the tools you need to install everything, so you don't need any extra screws, which is nice. Another tool, and then we have all of our mounts. These mounts are also made of metal as well, so no plastic parts here. So it looks like the rubber strips are going to go along these edges here. There's already one installed there, so we'll just put on the other one here on the other side. Goes on very easily. So that one's in, so this one's got both on each side. All right, so those are in place. Now when you put this on, just make sure that you hand tighten these little nuts here because we need to make sure that it's properly placed before we tighten it down. And these little metal pieces in here actually go underneath this little piece here, so you might have to just lift it up a little bit and then slide these underneath. There is also a little screw that protrudes out from underneath this little bracket here. Don't undo that. You don't have to unscrew it. It just keeps these little silver metal pieces from totally rotating around. As you can see, it kind of stops and won't rotate anymore. And that's what that's used for, so it will stop in place so it doesn't just keep free spinning all the way around. And then this piece here is actually going to utilize this little hole on the top underneath your frunk, and this little piece here is going to go underneath the metal. So we'll kind of just slide that piece under the metal first, put this in place. You might have to rotate it a little bit just so it can kind of get in the way that it needs to. And then just again, hand tighten it down in case we need to move it. And that's that piece there. And there's that side. So they are going to go into this orientation for the left side. You want to make sure that these big cutouts are in the middle here and This little rubber stopper is down at the bottom here, and it goes for the same thing on the other side. So we're gonna first put the MOLLE panel up to the mounts to make sure that everything fits in place. And it looks like it does. So I think we're good with that side. Then we'll do the same thing for the other side here. Just make sure that everything lines up properly. And it looks good. So once you've verified that everything is in place, you can tighten down all the nuts. And you can put this little tool here through the bottom of your wrench to give you some leverage when you're trying to tighten down the nuts. So then we'll put in our screws here. That's on there pretty good. That is solid. That's not going anywhere. So now we'll put on the right side. And there you go, all set. Now both of these are in place. They're very solid. They're not going anywhere, and installation wasn't bad. Of course, maybe if you had a friend to help you, it might have gone a little bit easier, but one person can install this by themselves. So now I can install some stuff. I've got this little MOLLE pack here. So it'd probably be a little easier if you had somebody to help you, but again, you can do it by yourself. It's going to take a little bit more time. So now I've got my little pack on here. Got some straps for the little axe that I've got. Kind of line this up to where I need. And put it like right here. Again, this would probably be easier if you had some help. So there's one. And there we go, that's on there pretty good. Definitely not going anywhere. And I've got an extension cord that fits perfectly right here. And that's held in place right there. Just kind of stick that underneath. And that's in place. So now that's not going to go anywhere. And you can put this in any configuration you want. This is just some things that I have that I can put out of the way underneath the front trunk. Now we'll close this up. Perfect. I didn't hear anything move. Open it up. And there you've got all your accessories. I've got my extension cable, my axe, and my little survival pack. I think that worked out really well. And again, you don't have to worry about the underside of the frunk getting scratched because everything is covered in these little rubber pieces. I think that looks great. So again, now you can still use your front trunk with all the stuff underneath. So now we'll put some things in the front trunk, then we'll close it and we'll see how that works out. So we've got some garbage bags. That's not gonna fit, it's too tall. Tone this down. I think that should fit. Got a tool bag, some rope, and a little portable vacuum. Put everything in here. That might be a little too tall. Now we'll see if it works. All right, now we'll close the frunk. It might not fit because of the bucket and that, but we'll see. Nope. So this is too tall. All right, so I've had to get rid of the bucket because it was too tall. So now we've got our bags, toolbox, or tool bag, some rope, and a portable vacuum, and now we'll see how it works. And there you go. So as you can see, you could still use the front trunk, and it still have the under front storage. That's pretty cool. So the MOLLE panels were very easy to install, but if you have a friend to help you, it's going to be a little bit easier to do. But as you saw from my installation, you can do it by yourself. I'm also very impressed with the build quality of the MOLLE panels, and they're also coated in a durable material to help keep them from getting all scratched up. And just like TLYARD's MOLLE panels that I did for the rear vault, these are very durable, they're very sturdy, and I'm very confident that pretty much anything you're going to put on them will stay in place and not move around. But I wouldn't load up the MOLLE panels with a lot of extra weight. Not that the MOLLE panels can't support that weight, but you're putting a lot of extra stress on the frunk motors, which is definitely not good. Also keep in mind that if you're going to put bigger, bulkier things on these MOLLE panels, that's just going to leave less room for you to use in the actual frunk. So again, I would recommend putting things up here that are kind of low profile, like I've got my axe or maybe like a drill or something like that. Unless you don't care about, a lot of room in your frunk, then you can load this up with pretty much whatever you want, but it's just something to keep in mind. So having these MOLLE panels is definitely a great way to maximize your storage space in your front trunk. And if you guys want to pick them up yourself, I will be putting product links in the video description. And unlike some of the other MOLLE panels out there that are made from plastic and they're very flimsy, from what I can see here, if you go with TLYARD, you know you're going to get a quality product. And that's part of the whole frustration of buying things online, isn't it? You can't really get your hands on it. You don't know how it feels. You don't know how good of a quality it is. That's why reviews like I do here on my channel let you know that you're actually getting a very strong, solid product. And if you guys want to see more quality videos like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that like button. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.